Hi guys, welcome to another new video. Today we'll be doing a review of Terra Hill, the first of many freehold projects that is going to be launched in 2023. Just a brief intro, Hoi Hap and Sunway acquired the land through an en bloc of Flint Park back in 2021 for a price of $1,318 per square feet per plot ratio. Located in Pasir Panjang, Terra Hill is a low-rise development consisting of 9 blocks of up to 5 stories with 270 units and 273 car park lots, of which 3 are handicap lots. There you will find units ranging from 2 bedrooms up to 5 bedrooms, with a majority of the units being 3 bedrooms and bigger, suggesting that this development is catered towards families buying for their own stay. Now the show flat will be open on the 10th of February and booking day will be on the 25th of February. So if you're interested to view the show flat during the preview period, do reach out to me and I'll book an appointment for you. So just like all my other new launch reviews, I'll be grading Terra Hill based on 5 criteria. Firstly, it's the location and amenities. Secondly, it'll be transport and accessibility. Thirdly, we'll be looking at the quality of the development. Fourth, we'll be looking at the launch price. And lastly, we'll be looking at the exit strategy and the rental potential. So first up, let's talk about the location. Terra Hill is located at an elevated plot of land at Yew Siang Road. The area is mostly filled with either landed houses or low-rise apartments. There is also a land plot just off Terra Hill that is zoned for education. If you are a nature lover, well, you're in luck because Terra Hill gives you easy access to Kent Park, which will lead you to Hort Park, Southern Regis, and also Mount Faber. Another appeal of the area is that it sits on an elevated plot of land, which means that you could potentially get some pretty nice views even though it's only 5 stories tall. It's also in close proximity to NUS, Science Park, Mapletree Business City, and the CBD. For amenities, of course, you won't be getting your HDB, community centers or sports complex. But you do have Pasir Panjang Hawker Center just down the road. And you also have access to a whole variety of F&B establishments in the shop houses along Pasir Panjang Road. For your shopping needs, you can always head to Vivo City or Alexandra Retail Centre. So for location, even though it is pretty close to the city and offices, you do have easy access to F&B. You don't really get to enjoy the conveniences, of living in a HDB estate. And you also don't have any primary schools near the area. So for location, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Now for transport and accessibility, I think this is a strong point of Terra Hill. It's quite rare to find a freehold condominium that's in close proximity to the MRT station. 350 meters to be exact, or a 4 to 5 minute walk. Once you get to Pasir Panjang MRT, you're only 3 stops away from Harbourfront and 22 minutes away from Tanjong Pagar. For drivers, you have easy access to West Coast Highway and the AYE. And of course, driving the town will be a breeze because it will only take you less than 15 minutes. For transport and accessibility, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, let's take a look at the quality of the development. Hoi Hap is no stranger to Singapore's real estate market, having developed landed properties and slowly transitioning to condominiums such as River Cove, 100 Palms, and Lake Vista. Their partner in crime, Sunway, is no slouch either. Being one of the largest real estate groups in Malaysia, they have been working with Hoi Hap for quite a few projects already. So you can definitely expect a certain level of quality from these developers. Taking a look at the site plan, you can see that the land plot is actually pretty big for a development with only 270 units. And the developers have catered for large open walkways to enhance the low density feel of the project. Now what I find a pity is that maybe because of the awkward shape of the land, the developers didn't manage to arrange the units to have a direct north or south facing. In fact, half of the units are facing either northwest or southwest, which will introduce some afternoon sun into the unit itself. I guess on the bright side, you don't have any units that are facing directly west. Another issue I found when I visited the show flat last week was that stacks 17, 18, 23 and 24 were facing the retaining wall. Now this isn't usually an issue, but because the land on the eastern edge of Terra Hill was an elevated slope, levels 1 to 4 from these stacks literally have just views of the wall. And the proximity between the windows and balconies and the wall is pretty narrow. I would imagine that this would cause the unit to feel very claustrophobic, and there might not even be good air circulation when you open the windows. So if I were you, I would definitely avoid these stacks unless you're going for the units on the 5th story. The developers also didn't manage to fit in a tennis court due to the awkward shape of the land and also the height restriction. However, you do get to enjoy a whole host of facilities and gardens in the development itself. For the unit itself, they do get large format wall tiles and floor tiles. And for the 4-bedroom and bigger units, you actually get marble in almost your entire home. For appliances, you get Dietrich and Samsung, but if you're buying a unit from the Prestige collection, you get the very atas Vizag appliances. For ceiling heights, you get 3.55 meters for all ground floor units and 2.8 meters for other non-penthouse units. But for the Prestige collection, if I recall correctly, you do get 3 meter ceiling heights for the non-penthouse units. For the layouts, I do think that they are rather efficient and the balconies are just the right size in my opinion. So for quality of development, I would have given it an 8.5 out of 10, but because of the facings and some stacks being blocked by the retaining wall, I would have to drop it to a 7 out of 10. Now the prices for Terra Hill hasn't been announced yet, but we can do a rough estimation based on the price of the land. The developers bought the land for $1,318 per square feet per plot ratio, which translates to an estimated break-even of $2,079 per square feet. Factoring in a 20% profit margin, you'd be expecting them to sell around $2,494 per square feet. Now my personal prediction will be around $2,600 per square feet for the 2-bedroom units, $2,500 per square feet for the 3-bedroom units, and $2,400 per square feet for the 4-bedroom and bigger units. So are these prices reasonable? Let's take a look at surrounding developments. First up, we have the 99 years leasehold Kentridge Hill Residences that is going to TOP in 2023. The highest price for a unit there has been sold for $2,154 per square feet, and I suspect that the upcoming sub-sales will be just over the $2,000 per square feet range. Do note, however, that this development is a bit further away from the MRT station. Also, just a plug-in, I have a 646 square feet 2-bed 1-bath unit at Kentridge Hill Residences for sale, so if you're interested, do reach out to me. Next up, let's take a look at Veranda, a freehold boutique development that is going to TOP this year also, but this development is closer to the Haw Par Villa area. The sub-sale units for that development has been going for around $2,000 per square feet too. Now let's take a look at Bijo, a small freehold project that is just beside Pasir Panjang MRT. Now the units there have been going for around $2,100 to $2,200 per square feet. Now, do you think it's worth paying $300 to $500 per square feet higher for a freehold condo in the Pasir Panjang area? I would say it really depends on what you are looking for. Most of the freehold condos in the area are rather old, and out of the newer ones, Terra Hill is the only condo development with full condo facilities because the other developments are really just too small. I mean, if you don't mind getting a 99 years leasehold project, Kentridge Hill Residences might be a good option for you too, because the land size is pretty big and you do get a lot of facilities within the development itself. So I would say even though $2,400 to $2,600 per square feet may be a tough price to swallow, the development, in my opinion, is still fairly priced, all things considered. So for launch pricing, I will give it a 6 out of 10. Now let's take a look at exit strategy and rental potential. Let's say you were to buy a unit at Terra Hill. How much rent do you think you can be getting there? Now the area has a ton of rental demand due to its close proximity to NUS, the Maple Tree Business City, Science Park, Sentosa, One North, and the CBD. Now I imagine the rental prices to be similar to a Bijo or maybe even slightly higher. For a 2-bedroom unit at Bijo, you are seeing the prices already reaching $6,600, but I think that is an outlier, and realistically speaking, you'll be looking at around $5,000. So let's say in 2026, you were to rent your 2-bedroom unit that you bought for $1.65 million at Terra Hill for $5,500. This would translate to a 4% rental yield, which is quite decent even in today's market. Not to mention you're holding on to a freehold property that can hold on to its value much better than a 99 years leasehold that will see a lease decay maybe 15 to to 20 years down the road. But here's the thing, to see the most gains from Terra Hill, you would have to hold the property for at least 10 to 20 years. It's very hard to exit upon TOP 3 to 4 years later because let's say you want to make a profit of at least $300 per square feet. Do you think buyers would be willing to pay $2,700 to $2,900 per square feet for a unit there? I personally think that it is very unlikely, and you'd be better off waiting for the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation and selling a unit after that for a good profit while collecting rental yield if this is a pure investment property. So for exit strategy, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. There is potential, but if you're looking for a short-term 3 to 5 years kind of investment, I think there are better options out there. So this brings the total average score to 7 out of 10. Altogether, Terra Hill is a pretty rare find in today's market. A decent sized freehold condominium near the MRT in the Pasir Panjang area. Definitely worth considering if you're looking for a long-term investment property or if you're looking for a place just for own stay, because I can imagine it being quite a beautiful low-density development. So that's it for my review. Again, the show flat will be open from the 10th of February, and if you're interested to view, I can book an appointment for you. Just reach out to me. My number is flashing on the screen now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!